Imagine standing in a concert hall as a deep, bold note rings out, smooth, powerful, and unmistakable. That sound comes from one of the most expressive instruments ever created, the trombone. Whether you've heard it in a marching band, a jazz solo, or a film score, the trombone's rich and flexible voice has shaped music for centuries. As someone who's played the trombone for nearly 5 years and is currently in the Vandal Marching Band, I've come to appreciate just how much history, craftsmanship, and artistry lie behind this one remarkable instrument. From its humble beginnings to its current place in today's orchestras, bands, and jazz ensembles, the trombone's evolution reflects both innovation in design and the expanding world of musical expression. Today, I'll talk about what the trombone is, how it developed over time, and its current role in modern music. Let's start by looking at what makes the trombone so unique among other instruments. At its simplest, the trombone is a brass instrument that produces sound by vibrating the lips into a cup-shaped mouthpiece. Dan Ferrant, author of the website Hello Music Theory, explains in a February 2024 article how the differences in the choice of mouthpiece for a trombone player can affect the sound the trombone produces. For example, a larger mouthpiece will create a broader, deeper sound for the instrument, whereas a small mouthpiece will create a thinner, brighter sound. Unlike most brass instruments, it uses a slide to change pitch instead of valves, allowing for smooth glissandos and precise control of notes. A glissando is where you play one note on the trombone and then simply move the slide to the desired end note without tonguing or articulating any of the notes in between, allowing for smooth transitions between notes and some very unique applications. There are several types of trombones as well, including tenor, bass, and alto trombones, each serving a different range and role in ensembles. The editors of Encyclopedia Britannica explained in a May 2025 article how various valves and bore sizes can change the abilities and sounds of a trombone, making them suitable for different styles of music. For example, a bass trombone will have more tubing than a tenor or alto trombone, allowing it to produce lower notes. Now that we understand what the trombone is and how it works, let's look at where it came from and how it developed into the instrument we know today. The trombone has had a very long history, undergoing several changes from its first rendition. Kevin Christensen, author of the website Trombone Geek, explains in a May 2025 article that over 500 years ago, the French called it a sac-butt, a term that comes from the French words to push and to pull, referencing the motion of the slide. The sac-butt was also largely used in church music, lending a softer ambient sound and had a much smaller bell than the trombone we know today. During the Baroque and Classical periods, it became more standardized and began appearing in orchestral music such as Mozart and Beethoven's symphonies, which greatly helped popularize the abilities of the trombone, leading it to be utilized more and more throughout the years. In the 19th and 20th centuries, technological improvements in metalworking design began to give rise to the modern trombone's bright, resonant tone and extended range. The old alto trombone was gradually replaced by its tenor and bass counterparts, which were able to lend a much deeper and more resonant sound to the orchestra, according to Kevin Christensen in his article on his website. Additionally, trombone makers and musicians helped to standardize slide positions and improvements in the slide, bore, and bell design to greatly improve the effectiveness of the instrument, explains Christensen. As the trombone evolved, so did its role in different musical genres and settings. The trombone nowadays has a versatile placement in modern instrumentation, allowing it to take a place in many different spheres of music. In classical music, the trombone adds depth and power to orchestras, and is featured in many famous symphonies and concertos by composers across the world. In jazz, it became a key solo instrument known for expressive slides and improvisation, played by legends like J.J. Johnson and Tommy Dorsey. As stated by Golden Musical Instruments, the trombone holds a vital role in jazz music, acting as a bridge between rhythm and melody. Additionally, they explained how the dedication of artists like J.J. Johnson and Slide Hampton transformed jazz trombone into a primary voice in ensembles, rather than merely an accompaniment. In marching bands and popular music, the trombone brings energy, rhythm, and a bold brass sound that is instantly recognizable. As such a recognizable and unique sound, the trombone is often featured in various marching band and DCI or Drum Corps International shows, such as Carolina Crown's 2018 show Beast, the Phantom Regiment's 2023 show Exogenesis, and the Bluecoats' 2025 show The Observer Effect. From sacred halls to jazz clubs and marching fields, the trombone has continued to adapt and inspire musicians around the world. From the earliest sackbuts of the Renaissance to the gleaming brass instruments we hear today, the trombone has traveled an incredible path through music history. Over time, it has grown from a solemn instrument of sacred music to a vibrant force in orchestras, jazz ensembles, and marching fields around the world. The trombone's versatility shows not only the progress of musical innovation, but also a constant desire to create new and expressive sounds. So the next time you hear that rich, brassy tone cut through a melody, you'll know it carries with it over 500 years of musical evolution and a legacy that continues to sing through every note.